In this video, we're going to talk about how to write the equation of the line given various information. So we know that the equation of the line is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So there's a couple different ways we can do this. We can do it algebraically by substitution, or we can do it using the calculator with line of best fit. So I'm going to show you first how to do algebraically, and then I'll show you how to do it in the calculator. So we need to identify first what we have. So I have a slope of 2, so that means m is equal to 2. So remember, to write an equation of the line, I need two pieces, m and b. So I have my m. Now I need to figure out if I have my b. It tells me the line goes through the origin. The origin as a point is 0, 0. Remember, at my y-intercept, x is equal to 0. Here, x is equal to 0. So that means whatever number is over here is my y-intercept. The number over here is 0. So that means I have both things that I'm looking for. So I can go ahead and write my equation. So y equals 2x plus 0, but we really don't need this plus 0. So my equation is y equals 2x. All right, so now if I'm looking to do it in the calculator, I always need to have 2 points in order to do it in the calculator. I have 1 point, that's 0, 0. And then we can use our slope to make a new point. So our slope is 2, which we can rewrite as a fraction into 2 over 1. All right, so now this is my change in y, and that's my change in x. So that tells me this is a positive 2, so I'm going to add 2 to the y. And then that tells me that my x is a positive 1, so I'm going to add 1 to my x value. And then I can make a second point. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 2 is 2, so there's my second point, 1 comma 2. So now I can go ahead and put it in the calculator. So as a refresher, from last unit, we go stat, edit, and then we put in those 2 points. So we got 0, 0, and 1, 2. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and do stat calc, and this tells me it's a line, so that means I need to use the word line, just like we did last unit. Okay, go all the way down to calculate. That gives us our equation of the line. So y equals, it says a, and a is 2, x plus b, which is 0. And again, we don't need that 0, so we just write as y equals 2x. You can see that we got the same answer, so either substitution or line of best fit. So now let's look at a different example. So we have x-intercept and y-intercept. So we're going to see if we have the two pieces that we need. So we know we have an x-intercept, but that's neither m nor b. We have a y-intercept, that's my b, so we know that's equal to 2. So now I got to figure out what this m is, what this slope is. So let me plug in what we have. So we have an x-intercept. We can rewrite this as a point. My x-intercept is 3, so that means my x is 3. And remember, my x-intercept, y is always equal to 0. All right, so this is going to be my x. This is my y. I have a b, so I'm going to solve for m. So in my equation, I'm going to plug in. So y is equal to 0. So 0 equals m. We don't know, so we're going to leave it. X, we know is 3, so we can plug that in. And then plus b, we have plus 2. And let's go ahead and solve for that m. So I'm going to rewrite this as really 3m, and then we're going to solve for m using the box method. So we have plus 2, so we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. So 0 minus 2 is negative 2. Again, still solving for m. I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides, and that leaves me with negative 2 over 3. So that means my equation is y equals negative 2 over 3x plus 2. All right, let's look at it in line of best fit. So remember, we always need 2 points. So I have a point here, that's 3, 0, and our y-intercept can also be rewritten as a point. So remember, my y-intercept is whatever that number is, and then my x is always equal to 2. So now I have 2 points. I can go ahead and use my calculator for that. All right, so we're going to put in our 2 points. We got 3, 0, and 0, 2. So again, stat, calc, and then it tells us they want a line. So we're going to use line. Go all the way down to calculate. That tells us y is equal to negative 0.667x plus 2, which as a fraction is equal to negative 2 over 3x plus 2, which is the same answer we got over here, so we know we did it correctly. So again, substitution or calculator. Let's try one last time. So it says I have 2 points, so 1, 1, and 7, 4. So I don't have my slope, and I don't have my y-intercept, so I need to find both. So remember, slope between 2 points, I can use my slope formula. All right, so my second y value is 4. My first y value is 1. My second x value is 7. And my first x value is 1. All right, so 4 minus 1 is 3. 7 minus 1 is 6. And this simplifies to 1/2. So now I have my slope, but I need to still find my y-intercept. So we're going to do what we did up here, where we substitute and solve for b. So I'm going to pick one of these 2 points. It doesn't matter. This one looks a little bit easier, so I'm going to pick this as my x and y. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in for y, m, and x, and then solve for b. So my y is equal to 1, my m is equal to 1/2, my x is equal to 1, and then I'm going to solve for b. So 1/2 times 1 is 1/2. Then I'm solving for b. I have this plus 1/2. The opposite is minus 1/2. And then 1 minus 1/2 is equal to 1/2. So there's my y-intercept. So I have y equals 1/2 x plus 1/2. So now we can go ahead and do line of best fit and see if we get the same answer. Remember, we always need 2 points to use it. We already have 2 points. So we're ready to go ahead and use the calculator. All right, so we're going to go into stat edit and put in these points. All right, and then stat calc line. And then that tells me it's y equals 0.5x plus 0.5, which 0.5 is a fraction is 1/2. 0.5 is a fraction is 1/2. So you can see I got the same answer doing either method.